The child abuse allegations against NFL star Adrian Peterson are reigniting the age-old discipline debate.
Yeah, how should parents punish their children, and how far is too far? Dr. Sapna Parikh takes a closer look.
Minnesota Vikings running back Adrian Peterson now faces felony charges for allegedly beating his 4-year-old son. Many are now asking, what's tough love and what's too much? On Facebook, Annie says, if some kids got a belt or switch today, there might be less crime and uncivilized behavior on our streets and in our schools. But Peter says, you don't hit a child for any reason. Spanking is hitting. As a family law attorney, Jacqueline Newman says the legal definition of abuse is not black and white.
The things that I would specifically be asking about is, one, are there any marks on the child? Secondly, the child's reaction to what happened. Thirdly, what were the circumstances upon which this parent reacted that way?
Adrian Peterson reportedly used a switch or tree branch to discipline his son, causing cuts and bruises. In a recent statement, he says in part, I am not a perfect parent, but I am, without a doubt, not a child abuser. The spectrum of spanking and discipline depends partly on culture and beliefs. Devout Christians Michael and Debbie Pearl co-authored a controversial book that says spanking children with switches is God's will.
I've never met any well-trained, emotionally secure, happy, creative children that weren't spanked.
But as a child psychologist, Dr. David Anderson says there is no justification for physical punishment.
What we know from decades of research is that spanking and harsh discipline leads to significantly increased mental health issues later on in life.
Instead, he recommends short timeouts for young children and temporarily taking away a valued item for older kids, like a phone or iPad. Though it's easier said than done in the midst of a tantrum, the most effective method of discipline is positive reinforcement of good behavior. Dr. Sapna Parikh, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
And weigh in on the discipline debate and share the story on Facebook, Twitter, and 7 Online.